To what extent is Frankenstein responsible for his final outcome? Victor Frankenstein, the mastermind behind the monster we all know and love, started his career studying at his college apartment. After creating his monster, Victor isolates himself and gets really sick. Victor thought his creation would be beautiful. Beautiful, great God. Page 42. He was disgusted with his creation. Now, would you ever go up to your newborn child and say, "It became a thing such as even Dante could not have conceived"? Page 43. Imagine your father, your creator, exclaiming your ugliness. Imagine him writing a letter about how disgusting you are. Wouldn't you want revenge too? So that's exactly what Frankenstein Jr. did. He sought revenge. His first attack on Victor was killing William. When a little boy calls you hideous and says his family will punish you, it's a bit of a shock. Page 122. When you find out that boy's brother is your father, it's even more of a shock. So of course Frankenstein Jr. killed this boy. William took his place. That is his deserved love. He was damned to be a monster, a blot upon the earth, from which all men fled and whom all men disowned. Page 101. He was damned to be abandoned by even the one who brought him to life. Frankenstein was capable of loving William, but he ignored his own creation, even going out of his way to make his life miserable. Frankenstein Jr. eventually sees the death of the one who caused him all this pain. He, the miserable and abandoned, the abortion, to be spurned at and kicked and trampled on, is finally free from the one who created this hellish life. Page 275. Victor was fully responsible for his own death. He made living a combination of dead bodies who did not want to return. He created the worst possible life for a child he never wanted. Because Frankenstein so easily abandoned and ignored his child, it's only right that he received the same treatment, abandoned and ignored in death. Is our behavior determined by our genetic structure, environment, etc., or do we have our own free will? Our behavior is determined by environment. The nature versus nurture debate is all nurture in Frankenstein. There is no such thing as true free will. Every action we make is determined from something that has happened in our past, usually from how we are raised. Frankenstein Jr. is raised from Victor, who, spoiler alert, is a terrible father. Guilt is a feeling that we learn from our parents. All of our behavior is determined from what we observe from those around us. Frankenstein Jr.'s sphere of influence included only his creator. His creator showed that pain makes one's heart swell with exultation and hellish triumph. Page 122. Victor gave Frankenstein Jr. more pain than imaginable and gave no second glance. Therefore, Frankenstein Jr. could not feel the guilt that should come with killing a boy. The monster had to learn guilt from observation. He was not raised to be a good person, but he observed good families like the DeLacys to decide how to act. Frankenstein Jr. started off with triumph from killing, but he later feels evil that made his heart sicken in his bosom. Page 143. Behavior is determined from what we observe, or rather what we choose to observe. Anyone from a horrible family, like Frankenstein Jr., can observe a better family to see how one should act. Frankenstein Jr. chooses goodness over evil from his observations of the Swiss citizens. He also learns what not to do from his creator. Victor Frankenstein is fully responsible for his own demise because he brought a new being into this world and completely ignored it.